As a child, I always struggled with depression and anxiety. Suffered through it through all my school years, through elementary, middle school, high school. I grew up never understanding who I was. I didn't really care for who I was or who I thought I was. All I wanted to do was fit in somewhere, but I never felt like I fit in anywhere. I always felt like everybody else was better than I was. This eventually took the form of alcohol abuse, where I began to drink as a form of an identity. I got involved with a group of people who were drinking. They introduced me to alcohol, and the alcohol allowed me to be whatever I wanted to be. And I felt like I belonged to something. I belonged to a group. I had friends. I never really experienced that before. The depression can get very dark sometimes, and my alcohol abuse would spiral out of control over the next 15 years, through most of my teens, all of my 20s. It cost me a marriage. It cost me time with my kids. It cost me my freedom on a couple of occasions. I lost my home. I lost my license. And I didn't understand why this was happening to me, why I had to have this struggle. And I pleaded with him. I pleaded with God to take it away. But he said no, that this was going to be my thorn, that this was going to be a part of who I was. Because my anxiety and depression are still very much a real thing, still something I deal with on a daily basis, I no longer look at it the same way that I used to. I now look at it as a part of my ministry, that is part of who I am, and I can use that to reach out to other people that are struggling with this. And one of the things that I have to keep in mind at all times is that it's not my strength that I'm relying on. It's God's strength. So in an area that I'm weak, which would be my depression and anxiety, it draws me closer to Him, because I know that it's His strength that I'm relying on and not my own. Regardless of how hard it may seem at the time, He has a plan. He had a plan for me, and He has proved faithful.